Your BMW's computer is holding onto adaptation values that quietly drift out of sync over time. And when they do, your engine starts compensating for problems that don't even exist yet. Rough idle, hesitation off the line, a transmission that shifts a little harder than it used to. Most of the time, none of that means something's broken. It means the car's computer is running on stale data. Today I'm giving you 6 resets that cost nothing, take a few minutes each, and can genuinely make an older BMW's engine feel tighter and smoother than it has in a long time. These aren't dealer scan tool secrets dressed up as tricks. Some of these you can do yourself in your driveway, and some genuinely do need a BMW-capable scan tool to do correctly. I'll be straight with you about which is which, because giving you bad information isn't worth a few extra views. Let's get into it. Reset number 1, throttle body adaptation. First up is throttle body adaptation, and this is the one behind most of the rough idles and weird hesitation you feel on an older BMW that otherwise runs fine. Here's what's happening. Your DM learns the exact resting position of your throttle plate over time, call a baseline. Carbon builds up on the throttle body walls, gaskets age slightly, and that baseline stops matching reality. The engine's still calculating airflow off the old number, and that mismatch is what you feel as a rough idle or a slight surge when you first tip into the throttle. Now, I want to be accurate with you here because this is where a lot of BMW content online gets sloppy. The at-home version of this reset works reliably on older DMEs. Think the earlier electronic throttle platforms. On newer models, the DME requires a proper relearn through a BMW-capable scan tool like ISTA, and an ignition cycle trick alone won't fully do it. So if you're driving something newer and this doesn't seem to change anything, that's not you doing it wrong. That's just your platform needing the scan tool version. For the models where it does apply, with the engine off and cold, turn the ignition to position 2, accessory, not started, without touching the pedal, and hold it there for about 15 seconds. Then start the car and let it idle and park, completely untouched, for 2 full minutes. During that window, the module is walking the throttle plate through its range and rebuilding an accurate resting position. I've seen this alone fix an idle that felt off on cars that already had a fresh throttle body cleaning. Because the mechanical part was fine, the learned data just hadn't caught up. Reset number 2, idle relearn. Second one follows naturally from the first. And this is for anyone whose idle is still hunting or fluctuating slightly even after a throttle body service. I'll be upfront. This isn't some official BMW documented reset procedure. It's a relearn window that lets your idle control system recheck itself against how the engine is actually behaving right now versus the load compensation values it learned weeks or months ago. That distinction matters because your idle control is constantly adjusting for things like the AC compressor kicking on or the power steering pump loading up, and those learned values can get stale after a battery disconnect, a repair, or just months of short trips. Start the engine cold and let it idle and park for a full 5 minutes. No radio, no AC, no pedal. That sounds tedious, but this is exactly where people go wrong. They cut it off at 90 seconds and decide it didn't work. The system needs that full window to compare expected versus actual idle behavior and correct itself. If it's still a little rough after that, take one slow lap around the block, come back, and give it another 2 minutes of idle. That second pass under some load is usually what finishes it off. I had someone tell me this fixed a stumble on a BMW with 130,000 miles that had already had new plugs and a fresh throttle body, because there was nothing actually wrong with the parts. The computer just needed the drive time to catch up. Quick mention here, if you want every one of these procedures, plus the ones that genuinely do require a scan tool, laid out by model and engine code instead of hunting through forums, that's exactly what I built the complete BMW Longevity Bible for. Link below if you want the full reference. Reset number 3, transmission adaptation, done right. Third one, and I want to correct something a lot of BMW content gets wrong. Cycling through park, reverse, neutral, and drive does not reset your transmission's learned adaptation values. That's a myth that gets repeated a lot. And if you're the kind of owner who's done real research, you already know that's not how the EGS actually works. Here's what's really going on. Your transmission control module learns clutch pack engagement points, shift timing, and pressure values specific to how your particular transmission has worn in. On an older BMW, especially one with a lot of miles or one that's changed drivers, those learned values can lag behind reality, which shows up as harder shifts, a delayed engagement from park into drive, or a slight flare between gears. The real fix is a proper adaptation reset through a BMW-capable diagnostic tool. Something like a Foxwell NT530 with transmission-specific functions, or ISTA at a shop. That's the only reliable way to actually clear those learned values rather than just hoping a driving pattern resets them. What you can do for free, though, is give the transmission the best possible conditions to relearn naturally after a reset, or even without one. Warm the car up fully, quality time, not just idling in the driveway, and then drive it through a genuine mix of conditions. Some stop and go, some steady highway cruising, a few full throttle pulls if traffic allows. That variety is what lets the module rebuild accurate shift timing against real driving data instead of a narrow pattern. So the honest version of this reset is the tool does the clearing, the driving does the relearning. If your shifting has gotten clunky with no warning lights, this combination resolves it far more often than people expect. But I'm not going to pretend a shifter dance in your driveway does what a proper scan tool does. Reset number 4, VANOS solenoid adaptation. Fourth one is VANOS solenoid adaptation. And this is a good one because it explains a specific kind of flatness a lot of owners chalk up to just the engine getting older. Your VANOS system continuously adjusts intake and exhaust camshaft timing to optimize power, idle quality, and fuel economy across the rev range. The DME learns solenoid duty cycle values over time, but oil quality, sludge buildup, and solenoid will cause those learned values to drift, which shows up as a flat spot in the mid-range, a rougher idle than usual, or hesitation when you get into higher RPM. That I want to be honest about this one the same way I was with the transmission. A full VANOS adaptation reset that clears the stored solenoid values requires a BMW-capable scan tool like IST. There's no ignition trick that does this properly. What you can do for free is give the system the right conditions to relearn once it's been cleared, or even without a clear. A drive that includes a full range of RPM, not just short trips at low revs, because the DME needs to see the full operating range to rebuild accurate solenoid timing data. A stretch of highway driving with a couple of confident, safe full throttle pulls through the gears does more for VANOS relearning than any idle trick ever will. If you've had a scan tool clear this and you only drive it gently afterward, don't be surprised if it still feels a little flat. It hasn't seen the RPM range it needs to finish learning. Reset number 5, long-term fuel trim reset. The fifth reset is the one I'd call the real brand new again fix, clearing the DME's long-term fuel trim adaptation. Your engine computer constantly fine-tunes fuel delivery based on oxygen sensor feedback, correcting for things like fuel quality, altitude, injector wear, and small vacuum leaks. The problem is those corrections get saved long-term, and once they've drifted far enough to mask something like a developing vacuum leak, the engine is running on a compensated version of bad data instead of accurate data. That shows up as rough running, a quiet drop in fuel economy, or power that fades so gradually you don't notice until it's back. This is the one spot where I'll tell you a basic tool genuinely earns its place. Something BMW specific like the Foxwell NT530, not a generic code reader, because it lets you actually view and clear those trim values directly. A battery disconnect can clear some of this on older models, but newer DMEs are specifically designed to retain adaptive memory through a disconnect, so it's not a dependable method anymore. Once cleared, the engine needs a real drive cycle to rebuild accurate values. A mix of city driving, steady highway time, and at least one full cold startup. Give it a day or two of normal driving, and it's common to feel the engine pulling stronger and idling cleaner than it has in months. I've had people clear this, drive 2 miles, and decide it didn't work. But that's before the relearn even had a chance to finish. Give it the full cycle before judging it. Reset number 6, Valvetronic eccentric shaft sensor relearn. Sixth one is one a lot of owners don't even know exists, and it explains a very specific symptom. After a battery disconnect or battery replacement, some BMWs idle rough, feel gutless right off idle, or throw a Valvetronic-related warning light, even though nothing was actually touched near the engine. Valvetronic controls intake valve lift directly, which is how these engines manage airflow at low throttle openings instead of relying purely on the throttle plate. The system relies on a stored home position for the eccentric shaft, and that position gets wiped out anytime the battery loses power. Until it's relearned, the DME runs on a default fallback position, which is exactly why the car feels off after a battery job specifically. The good news is this one's genuinely a free, at-home fix, and it's actually documented rather than a workaround. With the engine off, turn the ignition to position 2, don't start the engine, and wait. You'll actually hear it. A whirring or clicking noise from the engine bay as the Valvetronic motor cycles through its range to find the true home position. That takes anywhere from 30 seconds to about a minute. Once the noise stops, start the engine normally. That's the entire procedure. No driving required, no scan tool required. If you've ever had a battery replaced and the shop didn't do this, this is very likely why the car felt slightly off afterward, and it's a 2-minute fix. None of these fix an actual mechanical failure, a real vacuum leak, a failing sensor, or genuinely worn clutch packs still need the part replaced, not a relearn. But if your BMW's engine has started feeling a little rough, a little hesitant, or a little flat in ways that don't match anything actually being broken, these resets are often the difference between it needs parts and it just needed to catch up with itself. A lot of this doesn't come up unless it's already part of a repair being done anyway, which is exactly why I put every one of these procedures, including which ones genuinely need a scan tool versus which you can do yourself, into the complete BMW Longevity Bible, organized by engine code, so you're not piecing it together from 5 different forum threads. It's linked below, pay what you want. Work through these in order: throttle body, idle relearn, the transmission combination, VANOS, fuel trim if you've got the tool for it, and Valvetronic if you've had a battery replaced recently. And let me know in the comments how your engine feels afterward. Subscribe if you want more of this, because there's a lot more your BMW's engine can tell you for free than anyone at the dealership's going to walk you through.